Hello YouTube, this is Retta and I'm doing a reading. So make sure you guys remember to subscribe, like, and comment below and hit the bell button for notifications. So we're going to get right into it. So it's all over the gossip rabs about Nicki and Cardi B getting into some sort of fight or trying to get into a fight at some gala last night. To let you know, I have no dog in this fight. I'm a little older than most of you guys down there. I'm from an older generation. So I really don't know Nicki Minaj's music at all. I really couldn't tell you a song that she's done. And that's no lie. And Cardi B, I know Cardi B from Love and Hip Hop. And I haven't really watched Love and Hip Hop in a few years. I think that season, Cardi's last season, was probably the last season I've watched of Love and Hip Hop. And I thought Cardi B was a hot ghetto mess, but she was lovable, you know? And I think she's still that same person. Nicki, I think, you know, and I'm a fellow New Yorker. I think Nicki never was really interested in her music. She just didn't do it for me. I just found her very manufactured, and I found Cardi, the only song I've liked of Cardi's, and I haven't listened to all her music either, is that Bloody song. I don't know, Bloody Shoes or something. So I really don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not Team Cardi or Team Nicki. I'm not Team Nicki because I'm from an older generation, and I kind of look at Nicki as like Little Kim, and I like Little Kim, but I was never a fan back then of Little Kim. I was more of an MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, Foxy Brown. That's where I was. So I can understand what's going on between both of them. Nicki Minaj's energy is very masculine. And this is going to be a problem with her in any relationships with men. So we see that she has problems with men, in relationships with men, because she's going to be more dominating in the men. I needed to look at Safari to see what his energy, because that was the longest relationship she had, was Safari. So I wonder if Safari had some feminine energy. But Nicki Minaj is very dominating energy. She has that emperor energy. She has the emperor. She has that energy kind of like Trump, where, you know, she was born to lead. And with women, it can turn men off because they have that, you know, take charge, get noticed type energy, and more testosterone. So we can see that, and she's able to cut people off that no longer serve her, people, places, and things that no longer serve her. So she's focused more on like about money and business opportunities. That's where her mind is at. And to be the best of the best. She's got like competition on overdrive, you know, in the competitive field. Okay, Cardi B on the other side, we can see this in kind of her mannerisms, and I could see this now from her on Love and Hip Hop. She's the lovers and the devil. And she's very young. Mind you, I just did her birthday. She's like 10 years older than my daughter. So, and Nicki is 10 years older than that. So, they're like really not in the same age bracket. But Nicki, I mean, Cardi is very insecure still. She's the lovers and the devil. So that shows me that she's still insecure. That people's opinion of her still interfere with her confidence, her thought process, the way she feels about herself. She's definitely ruled by emotions right now, and especially her emotions are all over the place because she just had a baby, and she's probably still not feeling her whole complete self. You know, after a baby, you kind of go through an emotional type of, you know, your mind kind of goes through with all these different serotonins you've had and emotions you had and increased estrogen. So, you know, some people, you know, kind of get like a postpartum depression because it's like your system's all out of whack after you have a baby. So it takes a while. So, you know, all these people saying things and stuff, she needs to be careful because she can get this, you know, depression, postpartum depression, and so forth. But you can see is that she hasn't learned yet, and for her to become this wonderful, adult, is that she's going to have to start loving herself more. Right now, she's looking for love through outside means, whether it's by her husband Offset or whether it's by the fans, the community, her peers. She's looking for that love from the outside, and that affects her on the inside. And when she gets old enough, and she has time, when she gets old enough and she realizes she's going to have to find that love from within and not look for that love in other people, places, and things. And, the devil is, she also has it, the devil card goes in there. She has an ego, and, the devil's all your bad qualities, come into play. So hopefully she has to also be careful that she has an addictive personality. So she needs to be careful. An addiction can go any way. You can be addicted to love. You can be addicted to people. You could be addicted to drugs. You could be addicted to anything. So she has to realize she has an addictive personality. And sometimes, especially if she's with someone that's not so, not good for her mentally, and it could be disastrous. So I'm going to do a reading on what's going on between Lil' Kim. I want to see what does Nicki Minaj. So that's the generation I come. They kind of feel like they have the same energy, Lil' Kim and Nicki. And I know you guys don't get all in my comments. I really don't know Nicki's music. I was never a fan. Her music's never, I'm from a different generation. I'm from a generation where, lyrics mean something. You got to tell. I don't want to hear about sex. That's why I was never really a Lil' Kim fan. But if I had to choose between Lil' Kim and Nicki, I would pick, Lil' Kim. So, let's see. What does Nicki Minaj, I'm going to do a relationship. What does Nicki think about Cardi? And what does Cardi think about Nicki? She feels that she's the king. She feels that she's the king. Nicki does. She feels like she's the king. And she's going to be aggressive about it. And she's going to show that, hey, I'm the boss. Remember, I told you, Nicki has a lot of masculine energy. I'm sure people that who know her would notice that she would have a lot of masculine energy. And it only takes a certain type of man that is able to deal with her. It'd be a man that has feminine energy, like a high priestess or empress man that would, be okay with Nicki's energy. Any other man would kind of, it would kind of clash a little bit, because there's only one man that can be in a relationship, and Nicki wants to be that man in a relationship. But that's just what she's shown. She's being very aggressive. She's been very aggressive, and I am the king, you're gonna feel my wrath type of thing. And she's like, she's making it harder. She's like, she doesn't feel that Cardi is on her level. She's feeling that Cardi needs to do a lot more work to be at her level. That she's only, she has to do more work. That she's not quite at her level. So that's what she feels. She's like, you're not at my level, and I'm going to show you you're not at my level. Keep working. You may be, but no. She kind of looks at Cardi as, hey, you're a peasant. I'm up here, you're down there. You see this man is kind of strong, and then this card is someone on their knees trying to harvest their goods. So she's like, hey, I'm the king. And what I say, go. And I have this, and I have that. Still work at what you're doing. What does Cardi feel? Cardi also feels that Cardi feels a lot in regards to Nicki. She's pissed because she feels there's something also going on with, there's some animosity Cardi's feeling in regards to Nicki and her husband. So whether, I think they had a song or something, I don't know, but Cardi has a problem with whatever transpired, whether it was musically or monetarily, in regards to Nicki and her husband Offset. So something is there in her family, in her just goods. So she feels like this is very business oriented in her family. So this is two things that she feels that Nicki is affecting: her business and her family, and Offset is at the center of her beef with Nicki. Okay, so let's just do, I want to do, this is the feminine masculine deck, Nicki Minaj and Nicki. Okay, what is the primary cause or energy that's making them kind of pissed? We know it's Offset, so we'll say this is Nicki and this is Cardi. Surrender. She's not surrendering. So the thing is that Nicki is not going to surrender her status. She's not, she's going to maintain her balance. She's not going to surrender. So she's always on guard. She's trying not to let anybody get close to her level. And she's not going to surrender her title, period. She could be 80 and she's not going to surrender her title. Cardi, on the other hand, has her boundaries. And remember I said that Cardi is more emotional. So she feels like some of her boundaries have been breached. That Nicki has kind of touched some of her boundaries. And now she has to say, hey, you crossed the line. And now I have to show you, And it's also about age. Remember, there's a 10-year age gap between these people. And that's a big difference from someone that's in their 20s and 30s. Remember, especially me, I remember how I was when I was 20. I remember how I was when I was 30. And now I'm in my 40s. So there's a big growing gap. So there's a difference between them. Cardi is still trying to fight for her boundaries, trying to figure out where she belongs. She's still insecure. That's part of her birth card. She's still insecure. And Nicki has kind of touched her boundaries or infringed on her boundaries or on her thing, and she's not trying to hear it. Okay, so I wonder if that made sense for everybody. So we're going to do a relationship reading. And Nicki, you're getting older like me, You can't, you gotta watch out with these young new generation of girls. They about it, So, and I understand your friendship with Rod Digga, and I understand it, but I don't think it's a real friendship. I think you're still using Rod Digga. I don't think that friendship was ever really genuine. But I think you're the emperor, so you take care of those around you. So you respect loyalty. So if Rod Digga did fight Cardi B, you would kind of, you appreciate loyalty. So let's see. Where is the status of their relationship? Ace of Pentacles. This is going to be a money move. So this, the status of their relationship is basically right now, who's going to get to the money? So whatever happened, that fight or whatever, has put them in the business to get more money. So who's going to get it? Because I see there's one major person that, is going to get more money from this whole situation. Someone came out on top and she's like, hey, I'm going to use this for my advantage. And we can all probably guess who this is. So this is going to be Nicki on this side, and this is going to be Cardi. So what does Cardi think in this relationship? She's still bringing her thoughts, her problems with her going forward. I don't know if Cardi is going to kind of take a trip, or she's going to go somewhere to kind of think things through a little bit. I don't know. The Six of Swords is like, you're bringing these things with you over water. Over water. So let's see. what's strange is this is a time, even though this is a money move, Cardi is feeling like traveling or going somewhere and kind of getting her thoughts together or kind of getting things together on her travel. And Nicki is kind of like on a timeout right now. I don't understand. There's some money to be made, or someone made some money in regards to this, but Nicki is either not feeling well. This can be a card of illness or sickness. It can also be a timeout. Like, I need a break. I need a break for 3, you know. I need a break for 2. I need a break for 2 months. For 2 months. I need a break for 2 months or 2 weeks. I need a break. I'm not feeling good. Something has affected her on her mind. Let's see. What does Cardi want from her? Cardi wants, this is all about, Cardi really wants to fight her. Cardi still wants to fight Nicki. Cardi wants to fight. This is an aggression card. This isn't even a fight. This isn't a 5 where it's friendly competition. This is the 7. So Cardi really wants to fight Nicki. Really, really and truly, she wants to fight her. What does Nicki want? Nicki wants to do rap battles. Cardi wants to fight physically, and Nicki wants to let her pen and her mind and her lyrics do. She wants to wield her lyrics and her thoughts as weapons, whereas Cardi actually wants to get physical. Funny enough is that Cardi really thinks that Nicki said something about her baby. So this is about a little girl. Cardi really thinks that Nicki said something about her daughter. So that is true. In Cardi's mind, she felt that Nicki baited her and baited her in regards to her daughter. So she felt that Nicki baited her in regards to her daughter. She said something that Cardi, whether we know what she said or something in the background, someone said something, but that comment or whatever she said about Cardi's baby baited her. Oh, 2 cards came out. Nicki wants to keep all the money and all the accolades and all the success to herself. She doesn't want to share. Nicki doesn't want to share. She doesn't want to share. She doesn't want to share at all. And she's cold and calculated about it. She doesn't want to share. She wants all the money. And there's probably 3 women that Nicki has been, it could be 3 female rappers, there's 3 of them, that Nicki has been kind of shutting them out, you know, because she wants it all. So she's trying to shut them out. So there's a young one and an older one and another one. So there's 3 women. And the young one and one of the other ones are probably really cool and one's on the outside. So there's 3 women that Nicki is actually shutting them out, and they're not able to really, you know, make the money and the success because Nicki wants to keep it to herself, and she's cold and calculated about it. She makes no excuse. What do I see going on? I still see Nicki gonna keep coming back. Nicki is not going to give Cardi. She knows that Cardi B wants to fight her. She's not going to give Cardi B an opportunity to hit her physically. She's not going to be a punching bag for Cardi B at all. I see this. This is like, she's still thinking of rap lyrics. Nicki is like, I'm going to use this rap lyrics to my advantage. I'm going to let, you know, Cardi's keep hitting at, you know, this straw man. She's not going to get close enough to hit me, you know, but I'm going to still, you know, throw some fire her way. So this is just going to entice Nicki to come out verbally and intellectually, and she's going to keep attacking Cardi. There she is. She's a mother. So, and now that Cardi has made it, she's got to be careful that Nicki needs to, she already showed Nicki where her weakness is at, as in regards to, you know, her being a mother, her home, her finances. So already Nicki knows where to kind of keep hitting and attacking. And Carly is just still coming out of her motherhood. Carly, I hope you're not getting pregnant again so soon. It could be a sign of her getting pregnant again soon. Or it could be she's still dealing with those after effects of pregnancy hormones. And things are going good for you, Carly. Things are going good for you. And this is going to be a wait and see. I don't know if Carly's going to get pregnant again. We'll have to see that. We might do a thing. I don't know if Carly's still dealing with the after effects of emotions and stuff like that from her pregnancy. She's still dealing with, you know, her body still feels like it's still pregnant, or she's like gonna get pregnant again real soon. But Carly needs to focus on her family and her own wealth. And where it's gonna be, so Nicki is gonna come back at her verbally. She's going to come back at her verbally. Carly already showed Nicki what to attack. What's going to set her off. So basically, Nicki already won that battle because, you know, Carly showed her hand what pisses her off. But I don't think Nicki's going to allow, you know, she's going to put things in place where Cardi can't get her physically. But Cardi wants to fight. Okay, let's see what's going on in the future in regards to Nicki and Cardi in regards to the relationship in the future. So we'll do Nicki first, the Knight of Cups. She's celebrating, you know, she feels like, you know, the Knight of Cups is the emotions, things are working off of emotions. She was able to get Carly out of her emotions. She was able to get Carly to work on her emotions, and they're celebrating. You know, it's the wish card. Her camp, Nicki's camp, is like laughing and joking and having a good time because they were able to get Carly to act on her emotions. What does Carly feel in the future? Oh, remember, she's still pissed off. But remember, I said this is part of Carly's energy. She has this devil, so it's ego, you know, the addictive personality, stuff like that, relationships with her ex. I don't think things are going so well for Carly as she's like, in regards to her relationships. I think she's in her own ego and her own self-worth and stuff like that. So that's what's really messing with her. Those inner thoughts are really messing with Carly right now. The ego, the inner thoughts, you know, her relationships, you know, a lot of things is messing. And anytime she's ready to defend, you know, even though it's not as great, Carly's going to defend it to the end, and she wants to draw blood. And there's that Queen of Rods, where it's all about action and pissed offness. And even though she's a new mother and everything is going good and it's nice and yellow and beautiful, that Queen of Wands is going to, you know, she's all about passion, aggression, and going for it. So if Carly, Nicki's celebrating, she's like, I got her to act on her emotions. Aha, yeah, you know, we made out better. They're cracking up. You know, she's beneath me. You know, they're celebrating. And Carly is like in her feelings, in her emotions, in her ego. She's still going to look at opportunities. She still wants to fight. And look, it's constantly, Carly still wants to fight. But this now, hopefully it'll move to more of a friendly kind of competition, more of a friendly competition. But with all these rods, she doesn't care if she has to beat her physically or competition. She wants to, yeah, her star power. She wants the lights on while they're either fighting or whatever. She's like, shine the light on it. Shine the light on it. She baited me. She knows that Nicki baited her with her child. And, I think it's going to be some type of illumination that we might see what Nicki said about the little girl or her family or the little girl. Something she said set Carly off in regards to the daughter. It's going to come out what she said, because I've seen a lot of people say, no, she never said anything. She said something. She said something and did something in regards to Carly about her kid, and that's why Carly's pissed. That's why Carly is, you know, Carly, I don't think it's anything friendly. Carly, I don't think these two will ever be friends. Will they ever be friends? No, they'll never be friends. They're always going to be at each other saying words. Nicki is never wanting to be her friend. Nicki's always coming with her mouth, her words, her intellect. She wants to destroy Carly. She wants to destroy Carly. So that's the end. If you guys have any other type of questions or so, but Carly is going to continue to look for opportunities to whoop Nicki's butt. If she finds it, Nicki's not going to kind of give her that opportunity, because Nicki's going to have people in place, you know, between her and Carly. But Carly is about the street life, and she's ready to whoop Nicki's butt, and it's not going to go away. Every time she sees her, it's going to be on sight. Nicki is celebrating right now, you know. She was able to get she was able to get Cardi out of her feelings and act, and they think it's funny and stuff like that. So that's the end of my reading. Talk to you guys later. Bye.